What it does, YouTube? Dat Boy back with another video, and yes, it's another news video. We got a couple more tweets, this time from Zach Timmerman. My last video asked for 1,500 likes. You guys beat that within the first 3 hours, so I'm gonna ask for 2,000 this time. Let's see if we can do it. You guys remember this picture from the trailer that I said height might affect ratings? Well, I was right. Zach Timmerman tweets, open and contested, mid-range and 3 are now affected by height for my players. Shooting is hit a bit harder at the tallest heights. So meaning, you know, those 7'1", 7'2", 7'3" centers are going to be getting hit harder for increasing that height. Then obviously in past years, there was no hit on shooting. So let's check out this other tweet and then we're going to dive into it and really talk about it. So iPod King Carter tweets, so no more Dirks and Gasols? Zach responded with a 6'11" or 7' pure stretch is fine. It hits a bit harder when taller than that. Totally possible to be a Dirk or Gasol. Now he says it hits harder when taller than that, meaning 7'1", 7'2", and 7'3" get hit really hard on their shooting ratings, or that's what they say. Now they don't give specific numbers. They only say gets hit really hard. So everything is relative. Everything is, we can only guess. But listen, first of all, you guys are going to say, oh, Dat Boy, you're going to be upset. Like, you're a pure stretch. For those of you that are new thinking I'm a pure stretch. I just adapted to the game, man. Midway through, not even midway through, a few weeks into 2K18, I saw where the game was headed. And that's why I made a pure stretch. It's not that I'm a pure stretch. Like, an archetype doesn't define me. I've been good at every 2K because I adjust to the game. I saw where this game was heading. And I knew that pure stretch was going to be an overpowered ass build, so I made it. Now, in my opinion, I hope shooting takes a hard hit the taller you go. Think about it. We have 7'3" stretch bigs with 99 3-pointer. 99 3. That's Steph Curry territory. There's never been a 7'3" player in the NBA who could shoot like that. The closest thing you could say is like Dirk or Kevin Durant, and they're like 7 feet tall. Like, I know Durant's listed at 6'9", but like we've all seen him stand next to like DeMarcus Cousins, and he's like 7 feet tall, 6'11". Same thing with Dirk. He's a 7-footer. Big difference between 7 foot and 7'3". Now they're saying a hard hit from 7 foot to 7'3". What does a hard hit mean? Does it mean you're gonna take off 20 ratings? It's going to go down to a 73 pointer. I doubt they have the balls to do that. I think, you know, I mean, listen, I would hope that it actually matters, but I have a feeling it's going to be so insignificant. Like, it's going to be like -2 per inch or something. And it's going to, you know, you're going to go 7'3" and get -6 3-pointers. So instead of 99, you'll have freaking like 93 or something. Well, it depends. Like, he's saying height matters, but it really starts to take a hit at the tall height. So meaning, you know, a 6'10" pure sharp is going to have a lower 3-point rating than a 6'5" pure sharp. Now, I like that logic. So I guess a pure stretch, you know, a 7-foot pure stretch might have a lower rating than, you know, a 6'10" pure stretch. But maybe it's only a few, right? Maybe that's only -2, -4, something like that. But then once you start to get to 7'1", 7'2", 7'3", maybe then you start taking off like -5 per inch. I don't know how they're going to do it. I'm just thinking out loud right now to you guys. But I hope it actually does matter, because 7'3" pure stretches that shoot better than Steph Curry, in my opinion, ruin the game. And you say, oh, what do you mean they ruined it? You made one. Well, I just adjust to the game. I didn't create the game. What do you want me to do? Like, if something in the game is good, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna do it. Like, that's just logic. All right. But I hope that's the case. Now, what I really think, even more than the attributes that can kind of not fix pure stretches, but I don't know, make them not so overpowered. I know I put rest in peace stretch bigs in the thumbnail, but it's never going to be rest in peace stretch bigs. Like, there's always going to be a spot for shooting centers. What could really nerf them, though, is the badges. This year, they took them down 1. They gave them only gold limitless range. If for some reason a pure stretch big only got silver limitless range, that would be a game changer. You'd see not a lot of pure stretches, because limitless is one of the most overpowered badges in the game. Not overpowered, one of the most important badges in the game. And if you're only getting silver on a pure and bronze on a secondary, or maybe even nothing on a secondary sharpshooting center, no limitless range, then that would change everything. 5 out would essentially be eliminated. Well, not eliminated, but on-ball defense will eliminate 5 out. If on-ball defense is good, then 5 out will be gone. But also, obviously, knocking down pure stretches would be a big help, because this year, 5 out, you got pure stretches just sitting at the hash because they got gold limitless. Or God forbid you have a 99 pure stretch, you have Hall of Fame. Say goodbye. Like, dudes is going crazy. So I know I put rest in peace stretch bigs in the thumbnail, but it could be, but I don't think it will be. They'll still be relevant, but the height thing is definitely interesting. It just depends how hard they really take a hit. Obviously, they're saying height matters, and then it'll be significantly harder, a harder hit once they get to the really tall heights. We'll see what happens. The next tweet. Big shout out to defensive-minded gamers out there. Lockdown defenders got quite a bit of love, a bit more offense, and 7 Hall of Fame defensive badges. 7 Hall of Fame badges. Not just Hall of Fame badges. Defensive badges. I can't even imagine. Like, maybe they brought back Interceptor. There has to be some type of new defensive badge, because I doubt they're giving all lockdowns Hall of Fame rim protector. Like, what if you made a point guard lockdown? You can get Hall of Fame rim protector? I doubt that. So there has to be some new defensive badges in the game for them to have 7 Hall of Fame defensive badges. Now, they also said they got more love on offense. Apparently, I read earlier on Twitter that lockdowns are going to be pretty good at finishing around the basket, which even in past 2Ks they were. They're an athletic build, no doubt, in terms of vertical and things like that. They've always been like pretty good dunking and stuff, so I'm not surprised by that. But they said shooting with lockdowns, you're going to need to know your release and be able to time it really, really well to be able to hit. Otherwise, it's going to be inconsistent. But the 7 defensive Hall of Fame badges I feel are really, really interesting because, bro, that's a lot. That's a lot of defensive badges to have Hall of Fame. So, like I said, on-ball defense can fix this 5 out, like, catastrophe that we're going through right now on 2K. If on-ball defense is good, and plus they have these lockdown builds that are really, really strong, then if you have one ball handler and you're expecting him to ISO these lockdown builds that supposedly are so dominant and so, like, got such a good buff, well, you're going to be in for a treat, because it doesn't sound like that's going to really be that effective. But I guess we're going to have to wait and see, right? And the last tweet. Freethrow Aces back, but not everyone can get gold this time around. Sharps can get up to Hall of Fame. A few archetypes can't get the badge at all. I find this something that should have been in 2K18. It made no sense that, you're a pure glass cleaner and you shoot free throws just as well as a pure sharp. That makes absolutely no sense. But like I said, or like I read here, that's cool that some builds, like sharpshooters, get a Hall of Fame without hitting 99 overall. That's smart. And also, it's interesting that some builds do not get it at all. That could play a big part in Pro-Am, because obviously in Pro-Am you're getting free throws, and that's free points. This year it was like anytime anyone got fouled, it was guaranteed points because everyone had gold free throw ace. If a build doesn't have free throw ace, that changes everything. Maybe you don't use that build in Pro-Am, because if you're up there shooting 60% from the free throw line, that could cost you a game. 50% from the free throw line, that could cost you a game, no doubt about it. And there was a huge difference, even in 2K18, between bronze free throw ace and no free throw ace. No free throw ace, it was like impossible to get a green half the time. Bronze, you could shoot pretty, 80%, in the 70s, 80s, sometimes even in the 90s, depending on if you know your release. So that'll be interesting, especially on the Pro-Am side. A badge that's obviously insignificant on the park, it doesn't matter on the park. If you're in the Pro-Am world, that badge is relatively, it's not the most important badge, obviously, but it is an important badge because that can cost you a game or not. Anyways, that's it. 3 tweets from Zach, but it was some really, really interesting news. He doesn't tweet often, but when he does, it's always something good. It's always some juicy kind of info that I'm really interested in. Let me know what you guys think down below. Stretch Big is going to be good next year. They're going to be trash. I think they'll be relevant. They're not going to be overpowered like 18. They're not going to be trash like everyone's saying. It's not rest in peace to the Stretch Bigs. They'll be decent. There's always room for shooting archetypes in 2K every year. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like I said, drop a like. Y'all killed the like button on my last video, so if you could do that again for me, I would love it. Anyways, appreciate you guys watching the video. Until next time, I'm out.